to tell me what he diagnosed with, what he looked like, what he sound like. Y'all don't know nothing about God, and y'all don't know nothing about nothing. You talking to me like that, so I rebuke everything y'all saying about my child. To be
just say what it is, so that you can stop being embarrassed and harboring that guilt. I literally spoke what I saw.
People quickly noticed that Chrisean Rock's nearly 2-year-old son, Chrisean Jr., hadn't developed much since she chose to keep him off social media when she brought him to a church function. Many people are worried about his health because they think Chrisean Rock has been ignoring his needs. She allegedly maintained her belief that his difficulties will eventually be resolved on their own, but it seems that things have changed. According to a doctor who watched a recent video of Chrisean Jr. that was shared on X, Jr. might have substantial speech development issues and will need serious assistance to correct his deficits. The matter became even more scrutinized because Blueface's mother publicly blamed Chrisean Rock for it. When Chrisean Rock formally introduced her kid to the world by live streaming her delivery on Instagram, the discussion surrounding Junior's development got on. Viewers started to notice indications of developmental issues, even though she insisted he was flawless. In addition to having poor hand-eye coordination and basic head movement, he had an odd cry that some people compared to screeching like a cat. Once more, people sensed that something was wrong when Chrisean Rock went on a live stream to defend her choice to have Blueface's name tattooed on her face. Junior started crying in the background. Due to the significance of early intervention, many are now advising Chrisean Rock to get her son professional aid. Fans immediately noticed something strange when Chrisean Rock posted another video of her nursing her son. Junior, who was 8 months old, waited until the food and spoon were right in front of him before reacting. Many wondered why he didn't display the usual curiosity or joy that most infants have when they are eating. Concerns abound in the comments, with some attributing Chrisean Rock's illness to his prenatal drinking and smoking. Chrisean Rock is in denial when it comes to Junior, one reviewer stated. He isn't accomplishing goals. By now, he ought to be strong enough to lie on his stomach with his head and chest supported. He doesn't smile or coo either. Critics were retaliated against by Chrisean Rock, who said they were haters who were attempting to create a false impression. Others, meanwhile, conjectured that her son might have a hereditary disorder, such as Cri-du-Chat syndrome, that would not be related to her pregnancy-related lifestyle choices. Developmental milestones, according to one person, are arbitrary and intended more to stroke a parent's pride than to actually commemorate progress. Many, on the other hand, disagreed, highlighting the significance of milestones in detecting developmental impairments early on so they can be successfully treated. According to internet doctors who weighed in, Chrisean Rock's youngster showed physical symptoms that were typical of fetal alcohol syndrome. These included a smaller than normal head, flat midface, unusually large and low-set ears, and small, wide-set eyes with folds at the corners. Cri-du-Chat syndrome or even withdrawal symptoms from prenatal alcohol exposure may also be the reason of his high-pitched sobbing. Furthermore, several noted that the baby's pupils in pictures seemed white rather than red in response to light, which might be a sign of vision issues. Chrisean Rock, however, denied the rumors and urged people to refrain from making online diagnoses for her child. "I've already taken him to the doctor and was told everything is fine," she said.
my baby on the internet. My baby is healthy. They would have told me he had syndrome. He's healthy, bro. Just because that picture wasn't that cute doesn't mean I could diagnose my baby on the internet.
Since Chrisean Rock had been recording practically every moment of her child's existence, she probably would have posted about it to silence her detractors if she had ever actually taken him to the doctor and been informed everything was fine. However, Blueface publicly chastised her for postponing their son's hernia surgery. It's worth mentioning that Blueface has been just as absent a parent as Chrisean Rock. According to reports, she said she had other things to do until her illness got worse. She took Junior to have surgery only after Blueface's tirade, and she blogged about how fast he was getting well soon after. Chrisean Rock posted a video showing Junior trying to walk when he was over a year old, ostensibly to refute reports that he wasn't improving. The footage, however, just served to confirm what many had been saying all along. There were notable delays in construction. At that age, Junior was still not exhibiting any of the standard behaviors anticipated of a 1-year-old, like talking, holding a spoon, laughing, or walking on his own. Many accused Chrisean Rock of wanting a child solely to keep his relationship with Blueface going, and the criticism was immediate. Even Janet, her former best friend, offered her opinion, implying that Chrisean Rock was utterly unaware of Junior's developmental needs.
Like when people are in denial of stuff, it's like you can't help people when they're in denial of what's actually going on.
Interview 534-541. In the face of mounting criticism, Chrisean Rock finally made the decision to stop sharing pictures of her baby on social media and instead concentrate on keeping him out of the spotlight. Many people believe this was the best choice she's made in a long time. People noticed that not much had changed, though, when she took her son to church when her new song, Yahweh, was out. Junior was indifferent and aloof at the age of almost 2, when most kids are constantly investigating and interacting with their surroundings. The fact that his circumstances appear to have been influenced by the poisonous and chaotic environment he was born into, rather than his impairment, is what has angered people. Regretfully, Junior is a victim of circumstances characterized by volatility, immaturity, and bad choices. Both Chrisean Rock and Blueface were ill-prepared for parenthood from the start. Chrisean Rock often threatened to have an abortion and failed to take good care of herself while pregnant. Chrisean Rock's continued inability to recognize and meet her son's developmental requirements is a testament to both her immaturity and the terrible circumstances of his birth. Clarissa, Blueface's mother, has frequently said that Junior has obvious developmental problems, but some of her remarks may have been swayed by her distaste for Chrisean Rock. Even Clarissa, who has a past with Chrisean Rock, has expressed sadness at Junior's health and laments how things might have turned out differently if his parents had assumed greater responsibility from the beginning.
It's my heart to look at my grandbaby and see that, and that was my first time seeing it.
Oh, God.
And it did. It crushed my heart a little bit. It did. But I love all my kids no matter what I told you, whether they slow, need a helmet, whether they got nappy hair, whether they short, funny looking. I love all my grandkids, but I ain't gonna lie. My first initial thought when I saw him in that restaurant, it crushed me. And for her to say she wanted to stomp me out, girl, you ain't, I can't even tell you what my mind wanted to do to you once I looked in his face and I didn't know if he was looking at me, you, or the air. I was hurt, genuinely hurt.
Interview 710-748. As if she didn't care, they all watched Chrisean Rock smoke and drink, and now they can see the results of her behavior. She seemed reluctant to acknowledge what so many have been saying all along, probably because doing so would require her to answer for her decisions and come under public scrutiny.
Said she drank, and because I hear the cry and I see what y'all see, I do feel like there could be some type of neurological problem. I do see that. I'm not blind and I'm not dumb. I'm not fixing to play blind.
It is not surprising that people don't have many positive things to say about Chrisean Rock given his current state. Since she actually made some grave errors in this case, many people think it's time for her to quit acting like the victim. Her baby, who never requested to be born into such chaos, has been impacted by her bad choices. That an innocent youngster is now suffering as a result of her carelessness is tragic. Why would the possibility that Chrisean Rock's youngster has special needs surprise anyone? Zeus even featured videos of her smoking when pregnant. Her son now has to deal with the fallout from her actions, as it is evident that she was not prepared to have a child. Many people find it tough to sympathize with Chrisean Rock, but it's hard not to feel sorry for Junior. According to some theories, she is in great pain behind closed doors and is aware that she is to blame for her son's difficulties. She appears to be avoiding reality, though, as she continues to hope and pray that things will get better without taking the required action to deal with the situation. If a youngster is still not walking, talking, or even babbling by 20 months, that is a serious warning sign. It's possible that Chrisean Rock is struggling as a new mother and isn't receiving the right help or direction. Despite the difficulties, it is hoped that she will get her kid expert assistance and provide him the opportunities, love, and attention he needs to succeed.